Hello, welcome to our channel. Please subscribe for more videos of Bear and Panda and Fox's adventures. Today, we are in Phuket, Thailand. We are going to spend a week here, and there will be lots of water activities. So, let's get started. On the first day, when we arrived in Phuket, we stayed at our hotel and rested because we had a long journey. In the afternoon, we went to Patong Beach. The beach was very crowded, but still we had a great time playing in the sand and swimming in the sea. The water was warm and the waves were gentle, so it was perfect for swimming. We built sand castles and played until sunset. After that, we returned to the hotel for dinner and sleep. The next morning, we got up early and went to the pier to ride boats to the nearby islands. There were many different boats we could choose from, but we finally decided to rent a speedboat because it would take us to the destinations quickly, and also it was very exciting to ride. On the way, we stopped by a floating village and saw how people lived on the water. Some of them welcomed us and gave us compliments about our tattoos. Then we continued to the first island. We wanted to go to Maya Bay, but unfortunately it was closed for tourists. So we went to the second best place instead, which was also very beautiful. We parked the boat and swam in the emerald green waters. The sun was shining brightly, so we put on sunscreen and relaxed on the deck. Suddenly, a big wave hit me and made my hat fall into the water. Fortunately, a kind fisherman helped me get it back. He even gave me some fish to feed the fishes in the water, and they came to the surface and surrounded me. It felt like having my own private aquarium. When the engine was turned on again, a flock of birds flew around us. They followed the boat hoping to catch some fish that were thrown into the water. But this time, they were unsuccessful. After playing in the water for hours, we returned to the pier and headed to the night market to buy some food. There were so many delicious things to eat, and the prices were reasonable too. We ate until we couldn't anymore and then returned to the hotel to rest. The next day, we slept in and then went to the hotel's pool. It was nice to relax and swim after a busy day before. The next adventure, we rented a scooter and drove to the Big Buddha. On the way, we passed small villages and saw how locals lived. At the temple, we met a friendly monk who told us about Buddhism. We donated some money and walked around the giant Buddha. From there, we could see other islands and the ocean. It was a nice view. Then, we went to a cafe with a good reputation and ordered iced coffee and some desserts. They were delicious. We enjoyed every bite. After lunch, we drove further and visited another temple. It was very unique because it was half underwater. We took many pictures here. The sky began to darken, so we hurried home. Unfortunately, it began to rain, so we just stayed in the hotel room playing cards and chatting until the next day. The following day, we decided to visit the elephant sanctuary. We chose the one where we could feed and bathe the elephants. It was an amazing experience, and I hope that someday there will be more sanctuaries like this where the animals can live freely and are not abused anymore. After that, we went to the local market to buy some fruits and sweets. I bought a durian, which is also known as the smelliest fruit on the planet. It smelled like dirty socks, but tasted sweet like vanilla cream. Then, we went to Karen Viewpoint. From there, we could see the whole bay. The sky was clear and blue, and the mountains looked majestic. There were many tourists and street vendors there, but fortunately, it wasn't too crowded. We spent a few hours taking in the views, eating snacks, and watching other people. When it began to get dark, we turned on the lights and the view became magical. The city sparkled like a blanket full of stars. We took a taxi back to the hotel because it was getting late. The next day, we woke up early and took a taxi to the port. From there, we took a ferry to James Bond Island. The crossing took about 45 minutes. On the way, we saw many limestone caves and cliffs. The scenery was breathtaking and reminded me of The Lord of the Rings. When we arrived, there were already many tourists on the island, but we still found a quiet place to sit down and relax. We watched other tourists climbing the rocks and swimming in the sea. It was fun to watch them. After a couple of hours, we returned to the hotel and rested. We didn't do anything else that day because we were all tired. The next day, we went to the beach again, but this time we tried parasailing. The wind blew through my hair as we soared above the turquoise waters. It was an incredible feeling. The parachute made 3 rotations above the sea. Each of them lasted about 5 minutes, and we could take turns trying it. Other tourists cheered us on, and some even filmed us with their GoPros. After that, we rented a jet ski and drove around the bay. The water splashed and made us feel cool. We raced each other, and the adrenaline rush was amazing. After we got tired of driving, we docked the jet ski and went to a beach bar. There, we drank coconut and listened to the waves. It was so relaxing. We spent the whole day at the beach, and when we returned to the hotel, we were exhausted. The last day, we visited the tiger temple. There were many beautiful tigers there, and they seemed to enjoy the heat. They liked to lie in the shade and occasionally took a dip in the pool. We learned that they are excellent swimmers. One of the tigers noticed us and came closer. I think he wanted to say goodbye to us because the next day we would leave. I wish we could have stayed longer, but it was time to go. We donated some money to help the animals and left the temple. We didn't do anything else that day because we had to pack our bags. We said goodbye to the hotel and took a taxi to the airport. This was the end of our Phuket adventure. What did you like the most? Let us know in the comments below. We really enjoyed our stay here and hope to return soon. See you next time. Bye.